All right, so today I want to talk to you about rendering stuff. All right, and I have this scene that I did a long time ago, and just to visualize some of the materials, I wanted to see how they looked. And I was working on System Designer, and I wanted to just to check them out. So I created this little thing, just to have something to to display or whatever. All right, so I want to talk to you about. I'm going to show you how it looks in cycles and how does it move. And it's not going to be a little bit of fair because I have I guess a very decent GPU. It's a 3090, and I feel like if you have another type of GPU or something else, or not GPU, cycle is going to be a little heavy for your computer. That's what I'm trying to say. And showing it like I'm going to show you now, you're going to see the difference. And so maybe EEVEE is the solution for you to do some rendering. So let me just hit render here. Viewport shading, not entirely the rendering. Let me just turn off this overlays. And you can see that even though I have activated here denoise, let me just deactivate that real quick. Actually, just put it on, so it looks better. But I can feel it that it's kind of moving a little, it's struggling a little bit. And I have quite a lot of materials, a lot of stuff going on. And I also have I forgot about that, no way. A scatter, a volume here activated in the world. So you can see a little bit of that volume scatter going on. And yeah, so yep, that's you can see that it's kind of a little heavy just to move it around. And if you just stop for a second, you can see that it goes rendering and it starts after a while, but that's not the final result. It has to, when you hit render, or you go over here and get render image F12, it's gonna go through the process of computing, all the shaders and all the materials, the textures that we have in the scene, lights, all of that, and it's going to give you something, but it might take a while. It might take a few minutes, maybe. All right. So now I'm going to switch to EEVEE. EEVEE is a real-time render engine in Blender. You can visualize PBR materials real easy, and that's kind of like the purpose of it. And it has gotten way better, but you'll see the difference here. I'm going to hit render right now, and that's it. That's how fast it is. And I can just, this is madness right here. And the quality is pretty good. So if I go over here and maybe if I hit render, it's gonna take quite a bit of time. I shouldn't have done that, but I did it. So let's see. Let's see how long it takes to EEVEE to give me something here. I'm not doing anything. It's still, still computing. There you go. All right, done. That's the final image right there. That's pretty close from the viewport, right? Pretty damn close. Like that's it. That's what it is right there. But if I do that with cycles, oh boy. Let me just hit F12 and let's see. Let's see what's going on over here. All right, there we go. So this, yeah, it's gonna take a while, and this is just with 1,000 samples right here, only in this tile right here. So when it's done with this one, it's gonna move to the next one, and it's kind of not fair because the volume, the scattering, probably not working properly with cycles. I probably have to do something else to make it look better. It looks kind of weird, but I think you get the point. Cycles is, is amazing. Don't get me wrong. Cycle is freaking amazing. But obviously this scene was made to test EEVEE also. I created the materials to test EEVEE because it was a new thing. I was like, let me just test it out and see how it works. But you can see the difference between one and the other. And you can use any of them depending on what's the type of project, what is it that you're trying to achieve, or it's up to you, honestly. Like, as a computer, is your computer going to explode or anything like that? So you have to have that in mind too. So let's go to the Workbench for a second here. I'm gonna hit it over here, go to Workbench. Nothing has changed. If I hit render here, it's still nothing here, And I'm gonna go real quick, and I'm gonna show you what this means, what it is, what is going on here, and what is Workbench. Workbench is basically to visualize your scene, your models, that kind of stuff, because sometimes you're working on large scenes and there's a lot going on, and you just want to have a render of the scene with no lights or no interference from shaders, no anything like that, anything distracting like textures, anything like that. So Workbench is going to be fantastic for you to do that kind of visualization. And you can also render using matte caps or flat colors, or this studio actually is pretty nice. And if you add here like cavity stuff and shadow, you can actually add some shadow there, and maybe an outline. You can see a little bit better what's going on in the scene. And you can also go for random, and it's good. You can just render random. You can increase the samples that you want to render here. Let's go to 32, a little bit more quality. And but yeah, that's basically what it is. Let's go with Workbench is just to visualize your large scenes, or your scene, or your props, or whatever it is that you're working on, and just to take a look of at the outline or anything like that. Look at the design, And if I go to matte cap here, same thing. There you go, something like that. Or just go to object here. You see that? That looks very nice. If I hit F12, same thing. It's going to give you just a render. There you go, something like that. That looks very nice. That looks very, very nice. And I love it. I love it that Blender has this possibility for you to use this for to help you visualize the models or your scene, how it's looking, that kind of things. So, all right, there you have it. Difference between EEVEE, Workbench, and Cycles. And like I said, all of them, they have a purpose, and they have the advantages or disadvantages. Cycles is amazing. It's freaking robust, and sometimes, depending on your computers, can be a little slow. Okay, and EEVEE, you have to do a little bit of all those tricks and things just to make your scene looks good. But it has a lot of potential. In Workbench, obviously, I just show you, it has a lot of amazing things to visualize your scenes, your models, whatever it is. All right, so hope you like it. Hope you understood a little bit. I didn't go like specific or scientific or anything like that. I don't like to do that kind of stuff, but I just like to show you. I like to show you in practice what it is and what they do. All right, thank you for watching. Hit a like, please, and share or subscribe to the channel. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.